What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It is episode number 22. It's Ipswich Town bottling it, 2 losses in 3, no wins in 3, and now looking at the table, well, we're still in second, but the teams below are starting to gain ground. We're not even thinking, even with 14 games to go, about trying to keep pace with Liverpool. It's just staying clear of the chasing pack. Today, loads of games to get through. We're starting off with this transfer deadline day, 12 mil in the budget, and I think we might need to make a signing. Yeah, as we know, Jacob's just gone down with a broken toe. Obviously sold Dara O'Shea to Nottingham Forest at the start of the window. Obviously Clark, as we know, is out for the campaign as well. I think with that being the case, I'm definitely thinking maybe another centre-half to compete with O'Brien and Wolfenden, because don't forget Doucouré is normally a DM. We're just playing at the CB due to the lack of cover. We have got an offer here for Cameron Humphreys. Coventry putting on a loan bid, but that's not going to do us anything. So of course going to turn that one down. But I don't think we're going to sell anyone on deadline day. Signing, sure, but certainly not sell. And really looking at the shortlist right now, there's only a couple of options we could realistically go for. That's Adam Gilchrist, who's gone to Sporting Lisbon, but unfortunately, I've just lost my full scout report on the guy. But also Caleb Okoli, Leicester City, newly promoted, right now sat in mid-table, who would be an awesome option for another physical centre-half. All of our centre-halves are kind of in the same mould, you know, tall, strong, really physical players. I've used him in an FM save before, but never in career mode. I wouldn't mind giving him a go. But to be fair, I wouldn't mind going after a different option as well, because again, all of our centre-halves are kind of in the same mould, really, and I quite like the idea of possibly saying to Sean Dyche, do you fancy coming back to my office for a third time? Because I like the idea of saying to Nathan Patterson, whose career's kind of stalled a little bit, why don't you try something different, bro? Clearly, right back isn't going to be where you'll be your absolute best. Why not try and turn yourself into a centre-half? He's 6 foot, he may not have that much strength, he's got a little bit of jumping, he can intercept, he can head the ball, and he's got really solid defensive stats as well. I feel like as an RCB, this guy could do a pretty solid job. Maybe not his best position, but we can get this guy on the cheap as well. His wages aren't too high, and I believe he's only got 18 months left in his deal. I'm going to try something different here. Why not? I don't know if I've signed Nathan Patterson before, but I've already signed 2 Everton players, and they've both been really good since coming in, James Garner and Jake O'Brien. So why not continue the mould, right? So for Patterson, again, I think we can get it for quite a bit under the market valuation as well. And this is what I don't want to do. I don't want to spend all of our remaining budget and have nothing to carry over for the new season. I want to make sure for next year we've got a really healthy looking transfer budget. And we can add to that by leaving money unspent. So, okay, Dyche actually wants a bit more than I was hoping for there. 25 years old. Again, he's not done growing yet. He's still got a bit more time to grow. But I still believe I can get him for under market valuation, if not around there. Yep, there we go. Under market valuation. I'm going to stick to my guns here, Sean. I'm not going to budge on £6 million sum. And Sean says, yeah, this could be a steal, but he's going to have to reinvent himself in the position. I'm going to try and turn him into an RCB. Yep, seen as the successor for Seamus Coleman, it's safe to say he hasn't quite lived up to filling the shoes of the great Irishman just yet at Goodison Park. And in the save, he's grown a couple of ratings, I think. He's had a few years under his belt at Goodison, but now in the Championship, wanting to return to top-level football, and he's going to get the chance to here as well, coming in on a 5-year, 31 grand a week deal. This is going to be quite an interesting one. Nathan Patterson, and again, 6 foot, 25, and not done yet. Well, you look at the right backs here. I mean, Christensen's obviously our out and out, but then we've got Harry Clarke, who we re-signed on a free. Ben Johnson, who of course sort of splits his game time between CM and RB anyway. I don't think he's going to get that much in terms of minutes at right back, but I think at centre half, if he really wants to embrace a change in his career, in his mid-20s, where he's about to start hitting his prime, I could see him becoming a pretty solid centre-half, you know. I really could. A different option for us, and definitely something I'd like to consider. But why can't I change the position to that? Oh man, this is something that I've got to change. Why have they done this? There is no need for them to have done this. But that's totally blown my entire plan out of the window. Why have they done this? There was no need for this. In the last version of FC and the year before that as well, you could change to any position. If I wanted to, I could make him a striker. And I still could make him a striker. So I could turn him into a striker. But I can't turn him into a centre-half. Why? I can literally change him to any position I want, apart from the 2 where I believe he would have the most seamless transition. And that is centre-half and CDM. I mean, what? 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 Like, those two positions, holding mid and centre half, are where you'd probably say, based on his current stats, he'd probably have the easiest time moving into a new role. Guess what ones I can't convert him to? That is just silly, EA. Like, why have they done that? Like, you know, I said before, I'm loving this year's game. The gameplay is fantastic. It's amongst the best gameplay I've played in all my years playing FIFA and FC, going back to 1999. But I mean, what is this? Why would you take that out? There was no need for that. So 5 mil in the budget, and we're going to let it carry over till next season. Only a little bit, but glad to have a little bit going through to next year's transfer budget. And its deadline day will come to an end on the signing of Nathan Patterson. Good to get over playing again. Could play in a range of different positions, like Flynn Downs. But yeah, I even if the game won't let me convert in a centre half, that's still probably my plan. Back up right with Christensen at sometimes, centre half for others. So the big deal is where Ruben Neves, João Neves, going to Brighton for £60.9 million. Hakan Çalhanoğlu leaves Inter to join Manchester United, 55.9 million. Scalvini is in at PSG, 51.3 million as well. We're a long way off making those sort of deals, but to be fair, for the two signings we've brought in, two players who can play in a range of different positions, really helpful with our small squad, and one that gets a few injuries here and there as well. I'm okay with the team. 1 point taken for a possible 9 in our last 3 games, 2 losses in 3 and no wins in 3. It's been our worst run of form of the season, but hey, January's come to an end, February's here now. Let's kickstart a run for this new month. Yep, the tractor boys might have stalled, but let's rev that engine and get started on the road once again. Does that make sense? Kind of. First game of several today, Bournemouth at Portman Road. Well, we might have just lost to Brighton, but we're far better here than we are away, and let's prove it here with a win against the Cherries. Liverpool take a 5-point lead at the gap. Don't care about that one bit. Our most important goal is staying clear of the chasing pack, beginning to gain ground and try and knock us out of the top 4. Let's make sure we stay there and start today's episode off with a win. Come on, Ipswich Town. Tough run as well. Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, our following 3 games. I think in today's episode we're going to know if we're true contenders for a Champions League place or if the steam and the hype has completely gone. We're going to see. We're going to see. And I think we're good enough. Now it's time to prove it. It's Colio's show. Finds Davis. Great build-up. Goes for a tight angle and clips the post. And Ghana has a first-time strike controlled by Gonzalo Inafia. That's always a bit embarrassing when a shot is controlled. And Bournemouth get it away. Off to it from Davis, but there's the president saying, don't worry about it, son, I'll bail you out, no shot saved, but there's the lab with a rebound. And the lab gives us the opener. Early fast start, tractor boys rolling. I don't know why we're not good enough for top 4, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, the teams below us are far bigger. Granted, I understand that. But you look at the team's development, and I often say this, like the players you start with, they're not the same players in a couple of years. They've grown. They're far better. Look at Leif Davis. He's 82 overall now. He's one of the best left-backs in the league. As what a ball gives White. And Delap's shot is well saved. And Bournemouth will get it away. We're a different team now. Like the players have become so much better. Christensen as well. I think he's 81 overall too. It's a far better team. We've added to it of good quality too, such as Gibbs White, such as Garner, such as the president. I don't see why we can't be top 4. The key for me is making sure we do not have any more injuries to our star players. Greaves done until around late April, so most of the rest of the season. Clark is out for the campaign. Let's say, again, Morgan, who's going to take this free kick from 19 yards, is done for the campaign. Let's say Washington goes down. We're in a whole heap of trouble. Oh, they've done that thing again where they just leave a man on. I'm not going to exploit that. But that's the thing. It's like if we can stay injury-free for our stars, I think we'll be all right. Oh, off the bar from Gibbs White. But that's the key. Stay healthy. Yes, you might have noticed there. Basically, that was a common bug last year when you got a free kick so close to the area. The AI will put a man under the wall, sort of just behind it, laying down as what you call a draft excluder. But the man that goes to it was previously man marking one of the other players on the edge, and it just means he's got a free shot at goal. Basically, just pass it to him and he's basically got a free shot at goal unmarked. So it's a common exploit last year. I'm not going to exploit it this year as Muric makes a great save and it remains at 1-0. Somehow, what a chaotic first half, and yet somehow it's still only 1-0. It's the final minute of normal time as O'Brien does really well, and I think that's probably going to do it. And in fact, Delap just couldn't slide it through. But it's not going to matter because he blocks off the passing route and that will do it. Wow, football, game of two halves, man. First was brilliant, nothing in the second. But we'll take the grind out 1-0 victory. And the winless run ends after 3. Like I said, man, Tractor Boys at Portman Road. We are a different team. 3 points and a big return to winning ways. Now bring on Liverpool. Yes, sir, 13 games to go, and whilst the gap is still 5, we can cut it to 2 with a win here, and most crucially also, possibly go 9 clear of Man City in 5th as well. That's the most important thing. Staying in the title race is a bonus. Staying in the top 4 is mandatory. Reds demolished us at Anfield and gave us a healthy dose of reality, but now I'm back in my delusional era and looking for a big 3 points and a big revenge win here against Arne Slot's Liverpool. The Reds coming to Portman Road in one of the biggest games of the save, let alone the season. Come on, Ipswich Town. Yeah, we shipped 4 at Anfield, and that was a wake-up call. That was like a real, oh, okay, we're not at this level yet, no matter how we've been performing. But so on the back of that win there, like I think that does renew a bit of confidence. But it can go so quickly in top-level football, as we know. Devastating blows can do that to a team. And if Liverpool get another big win here, you wonder how the final run-in's going to go. Federico Chiesa, Domenico Berardi, the Italians playing 1-2. And I said in this save, I got a feeling Liverpool might turn into our main rivals, if you will. I have to say, I'm really feeling it now. Like, seriously, battered at Anfield, shipping 4. Federico Chiesa scored, I think, 3 goals against me in our meeting so far in this save. I think Arne Slot's Reds are going to be our main rival. When I get asked for tips, man, on how to make an RTG more enjoyable for the long term, create rivalries as you go on. I think in this save, Liverpool is going to be our big one. Dominic through the gap, Bolde down the left, dinks one in. Great save by Muric as we still remain... Oh, where am I going there? Only down by 1, but it's Liverpool who've got me penned right now. You feel the psychological pressure more when they've got their foot on your neck. It's like every time you try and get out, you're prone to making an error. As Jimenez makes it 2. 2-0 down, 5 to go before the break. And like at Anfield, I think the Tractor Boys are getting taught a very harsh lesson. We are not at this level yet. Well, second half underway. Plenty of time. And obviously, you know the saying, 2-0, the most dangerous lead. Never agreed with that, to be honest. But, you know, on this occasion I will. But unfortunately, the problem is, it looks as though there's going to be a third goal. It won't be a comeback starter for Ipswich, but a dagger for Liverpool. Still down by 2 and just really struggling to create chances in this one. But that's a great played build-up, that. And come on, Koleos, you're going to be running for pace all day. Come on, got to finish this. Oh, man, that's fitting with the save. And the giant Georgian has been a thorn in my side. Every time we face Liverpool, he has a good game. He's only need to make 1 save out there today, but that's a big one. As it remains 2-0. Might get a better chance than that. Well, there is still time, but we're running out of it. And as Ben Johnson charges down that free kick, it will deflect to Mumba. Now, there's the bit of luck I don't normally get. Question is, can I do something with it? That's a wonderful crossfield to Nathan Patterson, off the bench for his debut. And I've got blue shirts coming into the middle. And any chance of a counter is now gone. But we have kept hold of the ball. Come on the overlap, son. Really well done. Really well done. Someone's got to get in the middle. Oh, Mumba goes for himself. Oh, he scored, he scored, he scored. Mumba scores. 6 to go. How on earth did that sneak in at the near post there? And possibly a lifeline with minutes to play. I thought no one's in the middle for the cutback, so Sonic just have a go. Classic old school football manager, that is. Shooting from literally next to the post. But in this occasion, it goes in. Mumba with the goal. And yes, Plymouth man's giving us a lifeline, but we need the ball. We're still down a goal, but we need the ball. And if Liverpool keep hold of it, it's game over. Domenico Berardi back to Mac Allister. And yeah, I haven't had the ball. Haven't had the ball since the kickoff. And oh no. Oh, Muric with the save. But it's not going to matter. Davis will just about keep it in play. But as he launches it forward, the ref is going to call time as the Hail Mary possibly could have resulted in a run through on goal. Probably not. Let's be totally honest here. Let's just be honest. But even so, Liverpool with the win. Got a lifeline at the end, but it was too late to mount a proper fight back. Back-to-back defeats against the Reds, who go 8 clear at the top. Title race? I think it's over now. Yes, it is now 1 win in 5 for the Tractor Boys, and we've dropped to 4th in the table. We do have the game in hand on the teams around us, but heading into this one away at Old Trafford, with this poor run of form, I've got to say, even a point here would be celebrating that we've just reached the FA Cup final. It is going to be incredibly difficult with Manchester United, looking for a late run for a top 4 place themselves. The Red Devils away at Old Trafford, where we need something special here. Come on, Ipswich Town. It's ironic, but recently the problem hasn't been the goals. We're still scoring, but we just can't defend at the moment. Jacob Greaves being out is obviously a big miss for us, and we're just getting sliced open too easily. Leroy Sané, thankfully, denied the opener by Muric, but it's just too easy. Far too easy. And, you know, we need to stem the flow and stop the rot. And at the moment, we are really, really struggling. Muric again, bailing me out. Still 0-0, just. Well, I have to say, that was an awful game. Awful game. But I am going to take that and be buzzing with it as well. A clean sheet. And it means our poor run kind of continues on only 1 win in 6. But it's Manchester United away at Old Trafford, where we just had a really big blow at home to Liverpool. Yeah, I'm taking that clean sheet. I'm buzzing with that. It's a real good grind, that result. We stemmed the flow. It's what you need to do. You know, we talk about this all the time, but like when you're really going through it, as the teams below us do start to gain ground, you've just got to get something positive, something little positive. You don't need to go for the Hail Mary. Just get something. Just get something, you know. And that is something. I'm pleased with that, and we'll take it. So just before we dive into the following game at home to Chelsea, we've got 3 more scouting updates. So let's see what we got. We're from England. Unfortunately, it is tough, and you can see EA clearly haven't fixed a bug yet of goalkeepers having like ridiculously low diving. I mean, if you're a 15-year-old youth prospect in the country, but your diving stat is between 1 and 9, I'm just going to be honest, I don't think you're going to make it at top level football. Do you know what I mean? They've got to fix that. I mean, they really, really do. It's like, and it's the same with outfield players having that super, super low heading. I don't understand why it's like that. And I mean, it's clearly a bug. It's clearly an omission, but everyone knows about it. It's not like a unique bug that only I've found. Everyone's talking about it. We're now, you know, nearing mid-October. Oh, we could be quite good at him. Why haven't they fixed it yet? And from Jamaica, we've just picked up one really good player, Malcolm Allen. I don't think anyone's going to make the cut just yet. As we know, much harder now to find those really good youth players, no matter where you're scouting, and that continues in our latest batch as well. No one making the academy this time around. And from Fiji, again, we got one decent youngster so far who's made the academy, but nobody else as of yet making it. So still searching for that next Fiji player to come through and make the academy. As of yet, just the one is there. Right, let's jump into it then. Following game, heading into this one now, Chelsea, but back at Portman Road, where we are again, much better despite the last loss to Liverpool. 3rd place in the table, but it's incredibly tight. We're 7 off Liverpool. I'm not thinking about it. All I'm thinking about is West Ham, Aston Villa, Newcastle United, Chelsea, Manchester United. 11 games to go. Just trying to keep all the bigger clubs at bay as we desperately try and cling on to a top 4 place. Chelsea at home, and a win in this game will do us the world of good, but a loss and they'll cut the gap to 3 and will probably be outside the top 4. Maresca's side in East Anglia. Come on, Ipswich Town. So I was having this debate recently with someone about whether it's easier to handle the pressure of holding on to something you currently possess towards the end of the season, or whether it's easier to be the team that chases, so to speak. And for me, I've always believed it's easier if you've already got it. Like, if you're already in that position, you know, you're already in that leading position, because you know, oh, great offload. Oh, it's one of those moments when I'm just trying to block the shot. But I can see why it's given. If you've already got it and destiny's in your own hands, if you do your job, if you win all your battles, you hold on to it. It's yours. It doesn't matter what anyone else does. But if you're the trailer, not only do you need to be perfect to overtake that team that's already in that position, but also, it might not matter anyway. You could be perfect, but if the team in front are also perfect, your perfection counts for nothing. So to me, I think it's best to be in a position where we are right now, as Cole Palmer is ice cold from the spot and doesn't feel the pressure. But maybe I'm wrong, because Ipswich Town are in freefall. Ice Cole Palmer with the opener. Chelsea lead. Yeah, I'd rather know destiny's in my own hands. I'd rather know. Well, him. Amari. Oh, his dribbling is sensational, but the shot is blocked by Cameron Humphreys. I'd rather know like I've got it in control. Like if I do my job, I will get what I want. You know. Yes, come on. You know, I don't like leaving things to chance. I don't like things being out of my control. That's when I start to recede into myself and just think, well, it might no matter what I do anyway. But in a situation like this, where it's on me and I know I can do it, if I do my job, I'd much rather have that bit of pressure as opposed to needing favours from elsewhere. The president ends his mini goal drought against a team he was signed from. Ipswich Leveller. It's like in life, I've always wondered why I've done better and performed better when I've already got the thing. And I think it's that sense of like, I'm so scared of losing it, do you know what I mean? So I just have to work harder and do more and do the extras, you know. As opposed to when I've not got it and I'm trying to get it, it's like, well, it might not matter whatever I do. So why, you know, like I don't feel like I'm gonna be able to put as much in because I have that feeling of it might not matter in the grand scheme of things anyway, as Muric makes the save. I know it's not the best attitude to have, but it definitely has been kind of my mindset for such a long time. As Gonzalo Ramos heads into the near post, it's like, if I've got it, I'm going to work my absolute tail off to make sure I don't lose it. I'm terrified of losing what I've already got, you know? Oh, that's a ball, that. Hold your rump. Oh, easy money. Back-to-back leads gone for Chelsea. And it's the man they let go. Come on. It's the final 8 minutes as we still find ourselves tied. I'll take this. Oh, Washington! Show respect for this moment. He's going to celebrate it. The president has single-handedly won us the game. First we were down, he levelled it. Then we were down again, he levelled it again. But for the 5th of the game, it's Washington with the winner. And David has pulled out his performance of his career against his old team. Come on! And I believe that is first hat-trick of the save as well. A masterclass 10.0 from the president. That's what you want from the man you elect. And we elected him to start and lead, and he did just that as he led the comeback victory. Oh, that's one of the wins that has saved that, and a massive 3 points. We ain't dropping out top 4, come on. Yeah, I want to be where we are right now, you know, in that top 4 place. I don't want to be the chaser. I want to be the team that's holding on to it, because it's in our hands. Like, it's in our hands. If we do our job, we will get what we want, you know. I genuinely believe it is far better to have that kind of position than be the chaser, you know. You might say, oh, well, it's more pressure, you know, because no one expects the chaser to catch up. But what can I say, man? I'd rather know I've got this in my control. I just need to be poised. If we win the following game at home to Nottingham Forest, where we definitely should be massive favourites, we'll jump into 2nd place as well and take what would be a 5-point gap on 5th place West Ham. Massive game here against Nuno's side. Let's make sure we don't bottle it on the back of the big win against Chelsea. Forest at Portman Road. Come on, Ipswich Town. Yeah, good to get that win, don't get me wrong, but if we're going to be a Champions League team... Oh, Price! Oh, puts it just wide. You got to win consistently. One win here and there isn't going to cut it. You got to win consecutively. And we haven't done that in a while now. The kid almost getting his 3rd of the season. Just wide. Lively start though. Still 0-0. Patterson to Ghana. Now Christensen to Washington. Tries to slip through Price. Great footwork from the kid. Nicholas Price. Oh, what an absolute bullet! Nicholas Price. Flex on him, young man, with the ice cold celebration because he's got ice in his veins. What a goal from the 16-year-old, his 3rd of the season, and it's a corker. Absolute belter. 2 to play. Game's flown by just like it did at Old Trafford. Nothing going on in the second, but what a win this will be. Consecutive wins for the first time in the calendar year for the Tractor Boys if they defend this last attack. Onana skips away. O'Brien makes the tackle. Shrugged off the ball. No, 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 no. Seconds away. And Forest level it with basically the final kick. We just can't win consecutively. It is becoming a big, big problem for this Ipswich Town team. The lack of ability to win consecutively. And that is what may well cost us come the end of the season. 4th place, still got a game in hand on West Ham, but what could have been a bigger gap is now 2. That's a massive, massive bottle, that. Oh dear. Right, 3 more youth scouting updates. But just before that, wow, look at this. First manager offering. It comes from Inter Milan. Now, of course, known as Lombardia FC. Currently sitting 3rd in the Serie A. They're 14 off their rivals, Milano, and trying to cling on to a Champions League place. Can relate, because they're looking for someone that's currently going through the same thing. How are they doing in the Champions League? They're out, knocked out by Atletico Madrid in a 9-goal thriller. In the last 16. Of course, can't check the Coppa Italia, so I don't know what they were doing there. But, wow, do you know what? It's a really cool offer. I've only ever managed them once before in all of my career. It's a really, really cool offer, I must say. And if it was any other season than this one, I would definitely consider jumping ship, but not now. Guys, if that offer's still there at the end of the season, I'll come meet you in Milan. But I couldn't do it to the Tractor Boys now, when we're on the brink of making history. I can't do it to them now, man. Oh, God, I want to, I really do, but not now. It's the worst time to offer me that job, man. I've got to see out the season. Yeah, penultimate scouting updates for the year. There's Nicholas Hyde. His potential's fantastic, but look at that diving. How can he have that good potential when he literally can't dive sideways? Isn't that a requirement for a goalkeeper? Like, you know? Maybe that's why I never made it as a goalkeeper in the pro game. I got it wrong. I thought I needed to be good at diving. In the end, actually, no. If you're terrible at it, that's what's going to get you in the scouting pool for top-level teams. What? As for Jamaica, don't think anyone's going to make it from this month's of scouting as we wait for the next man to make the academy. And from Fiji as well, Misake Singh could be alright. But as for now, I don't think anyone is going to make the academy. Right then, let's jump into what will be our final game today. Epic episode today, man. So much going on. Big clashes, big losses, big comeback wins, big slip-ups at the death, and a big manager offer too. But let's end the episode off with a big win. Bottom place, Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park. We don't travel well, but these are the away days we'll be going to. And instead of saying, oh, you should put it on the road, we'll have that boys decent result, no, yeah, we'll take it. No. This is a game we have to win. We've got a game in hand on West Ham, and a win puts us 5 points clear of them and puts us into 3rd place. Just make sure we get a big win to close the episode out. Come on, Ipswich Town. What an episode today. Just absolute chaos, seriously. And let's make sure we do finish strong with what should be going for 3 straight wins, but never mind. Let's just make sure it's going to be 2 wins in 3 and no losses in 4. As Washington has 2 pink shirts to the right, he'll find one, and they'll find the other. Oh, you've got all the space at the time in the world, mate. Ain't going to miss that. Amari Hutchinson blows hot and cold. Sometimes you won't see him do anything for weeks. Then he'll get a couple of goals in a few games. And he's just got off the open here at Selhurst Park. Oh, what a touch, Saar. What a touch. He's just completely done me in there. Ball cross. Muric with the bailout save. What a Saar with a brilliant touch. I thought he was going to touch away, but instead he touches forward, if that makes sense. And the cross is cleared by Wolfen, and Muric bails me out. Still leading by 1, but a lucky escape there. Thank God you've got back-to-back Golden Glove winner Muric between the sticks. Otherwise, that's 1-1. 15 minutes on the clock. And if Palace score from here, Mudryk. Come on, not again. Just had it against Forest. Not letting it happen again, man. Almost there. And what do you always say in life? No losses, just lessons to learn. And the lesson we learn, and we should have learned, and hopefully have learned, is if we stay strong, we'll hold on. Almost there. Yep, it is a backs to the wall final few minutes leading by 1 against a team bottom of the table. Muric went in, mate. If you ever needed to know just how much more difficult FC has become over the past couple of years, it is these moments right here. Should have held on against Forest, didn't, but like we said, no losses in life, just lessons to learn. We had to be stronger, we did. We were resilient, we saw it out. 2 wins in 3, no losses in 4. Ipswich getting a foothold and staying in the top 4. 8 to go, and destiny remains in our own hands. But that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next one, the penultimate episode of Season 3, where we'll play 6 or 7 of the final 8, knowing, again, it's ours to throw away from here. Have a fantastic day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the penultimate episode of Season 3 very soon.